All right, now we're going to talk about the interval study at the top of page 23. So interval means the space between two notes, and each interval sounds different. So we have to kind of try to figure out how to recognize them. So there are some little tricks that we can do. So a second just means that you're going from the first note of the scale to the second note of the scale. And so that should sound like the beginning of a scale. Okay, and then a third should sound like the first two notes of an arpeggio. That's an arpeggio, so it sounds like the first two notes of that. And then a fourth sounds like Here Comes the Bride. You hear that song? Okay, then a fifth is across the strings. It's also, if you repeat the first note, it's the first two notes of Twinkle. So that's one that's easier for us to recognize too. A sixth, when I learned a sixth, I learned that it was My Bonnie Lies Over the Ocean. I'm not sure if you know that song, but that's the first two notes of this. So that's My Bonnie Lies Over the Ocean. Okay? And then a seventh. That is the beginning of the Simpsons song, if you know the Simpsons. And then an octave should be two notes that match each other, so two Ds. Okay, and then you can have the intervals going down also. Okay, so you can also do these with do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. So as you play your scale this week, which is under the blue box on that page, try singing the syllables as you go instead of thinking of just the notes. And you can fill in that understanding intervals box. So you're going to start with the first note, count to the last note, and put the correct number in the box. It's pretty easy. And then it shows you what that would sound like as an interval. So the first one goes from 1 to 2 to 3. So that would be a third from F sharp to A. And then the bottom box is naming the intervals without all the notes in between. So you have to think about what the notes in between are. So the first one is from D to A. So you'd go D, E, F, G, A. So that would be a fifth. Okay? So try to figure those out. And then at the bottom of the page, we actually have that song that we know is what a fourth sounds like, which is the bridal chorus. So you can practice that one as well. Have fun practicing this week. I hope you get a lot of good work done, and I will see you next week.